Okay, so round two, we're trying this again. I think I know why the audio wasn't working the first time, so hopefully everybody jumps back in, but I'll give it a little bit of time. Basically, just gonna go ahead and talk about the 90s night that they had at Disneyland last night, which was on March 7th. And guys, 90s night was absolutely incredible. For the people joining, let me know how the audio is. I think I figured out what the problem was. So just go and let me know in the comments now or in the chat. But we're going to be talking about 90s night. We're going to be talking about all the fun we had. There is a full vlog that's going to be coming out. Okay, perfect. Good to know that the audio is better. There's going to be a There's going to be a full vlog coming out where we're going to be talking about it. We're going to show you guys what we did. We're going to show you guys part of the fireworks show. We're going to show you guys the photo ops that we saw, some of the food that we tried, and just basically we're going to try and show you guys everything that we did. But there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff to do last night. And surprisingly, it was too much, but in a good way. I'll say that. It was too much in a good way. Like, there was too much to do, but it made it better because it spread everybody out. Not everybody was all stuck in one spot trying to do one photo op. Well, except for Max. Everybody wanted to take a picture with Powerline Max, but I mean, I wouldn't blame them. That costume that they made him was incredible with the glasses and the hair with the little mohawk. That was a great costume, and I'm really, really happy that they brought that out. The only thing is, for that line, I heard people lined up at 8 o'clock, which was an hour before the event even started, and they didn't even get their picture until about 10:30. So that's 2.5 hours of waiting to take a picture with the character. Now, some people might be super dedicated to do that kind of stuff, but not me. I'd rather go and enjoy my night and take pictures with anything else or anybody else, because I paid, I think that was like, the ticket cost was like $110, and $110 to wait in line for 2.5 hours for one character picture. That doesn't really equivalent to like what the cost and like what you should be receiving is. So, shout out to the people that waited in line for that long. Shout out to people that didn't and got to enjoy the rest of the night. But we're gonna take you guys along the night as far as like what we did. First, of course, what we did, walked in and we got our goodies. We got our 90s Disneyland fanny pack. And guys, this fanny pack right here, this thing is so cool. I mean, look at the colors. It screams 90s. And then there's a little Disneyland logo. I know it's backwards. It's because I have the front-facing camera using it right now. But that's the 90s logo thing that they had for last night. Absolutely rock this, obviously, because who's not going to rock their fanny pack for the 90s night? As APs, you also got to get an AP button, which we'll talk about fully in the vlog and where we're able to get it. This is cool. It has the same logo. Has a little AP on the bottom as well. And then they also had a special map and something inside the map that I'm going to show you guys too. But this was the map. Pretty cool map. Same logo, same concept, and super 90s basically. But they had the kind of like just information on about what's going to be going on. Oh, you know what? I didn't even see this. It was right there. We were so taken by surprise that they were doing fireworks. I didn't even realize that they were going to shoot it off. Like, I actually didn't even see this side of the pamphlet. Super chat. Eugenia for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. As always, you always support us. I appreciate it so much. Always appreciate it, never expect it. But thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. But the inside kind of just talked about the details that they're going to have as well as the food that they're going to have. And we'll get to the food in a second. But they had, of course, the fireworks, which are on our stories right now. If you're watching this at a later time, they might be gone. But I promise you the vlog's going to have some footage of the fireworks. They had a punk rock band at the Tomorrowland Terrace, which is the place where they used to have the Star Wars Jedi stuff. That was super, super cool. That band was killer. Like, let's see, they have their name here? No, unfortunately they don't. But that band was absolutely killer. They definitely rocked it out. We have some footage of that too, just not too much because they have copyright music, so I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. And then they had an R&B group on the Mark Twain, which we did as well. Basically, it was an a cappella group singing a bunch of 90s music. And that was absolutely incredible because those guys were super talented. They had great harmonization, and they really rocked it. There was a lot of people on the boat that were just grooving with the music, and they did an awesome job. And then something that was really, really cool that everybody was down with was they had a DJ right on Main Street playing all the 90s jams. And that was absolutely incredible. We had such a blast dancing in the street. And at one point it actually started raining, but they still had a mob of people out there like partying, and they didn't even care if they were getting wet. So that was really, really cool. I actually had probably the best time I've ever had at any of these After Dark events last night than I have done at any other ones. And I mean, I'm a little biased because I grew up in the 90s, so that's the only thing. Hey everybody that's joining, thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoy this live stream. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you're here and you're enjoying it. But we're just talking about the 90s night, and we're going to be talking about a couple other updates from Disneyland too. But yeah, last night's 90s night was the best like fun I've ever had. Now let's go ahead and move on to the food. The food they had was majority, I would say, majority like quick eats, quick bite stuff that you would just have in the 90s, like you just throw it in the microwave and you know you're set. First off, of course, is the pizza bagel bites. Everybody remembers the bagel bites commercial, like pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening. They had those at the Jolly Holiday. They had a donut hole nachos, and that was incredible, guys. It was basically donut holes with icing, Fruity Pebbles, M&Ms, Butterfinger, Reese's Pieces, and Oreo crumbles. Basically, it was like sugar on sugar on sugar, but it was like the best kind of sugar. Honestly, that was a very, very good thing to taste and to eat. We shared it amongst us in our group, and we just chowed down. That was really good. We also tried I think it was called the fried basket, which is at the Galactic Grill. It basically had fried cheese curds. It had like ranch powdered fries, and it had like little French onion, fried French onions. Now, the only thing that was a bummer about that is by the time I got to it, it was already cold, so it was kind of like whatever, so I didn't really enjoy it too much. But I mean, for what it was, I mean, it did its job, and then it gave you like a zesty ranch dipping sauce too. So, I mean, it was what it was. We also got to, try the peanut butter and jelly churro, which sounds weird because it really was. And it was, I would say it was like this big, so a little smaller than a regular churro, but it was filled with jelly. Now the churro itself, by itself, was very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. So I really enjoyed that. But it also came with the jelly and peanut butter dipping sauce. The peanut butter itself was a little too hard, so you couldn't really like mix it around and eat it. But if you basically got a little bit of peanut butter on the jelly churro and just ate it like that, it was fire. 100% fire. Mondo actually had a great idea where they should have done peanut butter filled churro with the jelly dipping sauce. That sounds like an awesome idea, and it also sounds really delicious too. So I think as far as food, we might have tried one more thing. I can't remember off the top. Oh, we tried the ranch corn nut churro as well, and that was weird. I mean, you bite into a churro, you're expecting sugar, you're expecting sweet, and you bite into this one, and it was like salty, corny, tasted like Funyuns, tasted like corn nuts. Like, it was a super weird churro, but I mean, it's 90s. They had to bring something weird to the park, so we tried that. That was iffy. That was a little suspect, but we tried the 2 churros, and we got a couple other things as far as food. Now, on to what they had for at least photo ops. So we kind of talked about it earlier. They had Max's power line, which was like the most popular one. Everybody and their mom wanted to go take a picture with Max. But they also had a lot of cool other ones. Ashley and I just posted on our Instagram. They had the 90s Phantasmic monkeys. So if you guys remember back in the 90s for the OG Phantasmic, it was the 90s monkeys that were all neon and it was all furry. Not like the ones that they have now that are kind of like, they look like they're wearing masks and stuff. These ones are like the OG like looking monkeys. Those guys were super fun, super interactive. They had a lot of fun with us there. We took a bunch of individual pictures. We took a bunch of group pictures. and it was a great thing to just kind of start the night off because that was our first photo op. They had Mulan and Mushu, which we didn't even see because they were all the way in Critter Country. They had, let's see, who else did they have? They had Darkwing Duck, which we didn't see, unfortunately. They had Indiana Jones, who we didn't see, unfortunately. I'm so bummed we didn't get to see him. I was like really excited to see him, but unfortunately we didn't. Let me see who else was there. Oh my god, they have so much on. Oh, let me show you guys the map real quick. That was the map for the night. Really cool. I actually really dig the map. What's up, Eric? Let's see. Should have been more prepared for this. Well, they had other people too. I just can't remember who. But they had I don't know if you guys remember, but apparently back in the 90s, there was a walkway that was called Disney Avenue or Disney Afternoon Avenue, which was between the Storybook ride and the Petit Chalet all the way to Small World, where they had all of like the Saturday morning cartoons. Like it was like a big like thing specifically for them. And last night what they had was a bunch of photo ops from those cartoons. So Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, the Gummy Bears, like they had like all those. And they also gave you this. Oh, I didn't even see the back of this. This is so cool. I'll show you guys in a second. They also gave you this. And this was like the little map of what it was. And this is kind of like the OG, like the way it looked back in the day. And these were the 4 photo ops. And each photo op had a stamp. So you can actually get a stamp of the different things. So Tailspin, oh, DuckTales, woo! Rescue Rangers, and Gummy Bears. So basically it just had a little stamp section so you can come get it and you can complete it. Kind of like a little scavenger hunt. So scavenger hunt. Anyways. And then on the back, I didn't even notice this, but it's a poster with all the cartoons too. That's cool. I didn't even see this. And I mean, this is great just for nostalgia feeling. I'm really glad that Disney stepped up their game when it came to making people enjoy the night. But they also had fireworks. The fireworks show was so cool. We're going to have some footage on the vlog so you guys can see that. But the fireworks show was awesome. Super unexpected because I didn't pay attention to the map when it said it was going to have fireworks. But it was all based on the 90s cartoons from the Disney Channel and stuff. So it had like the theme part or the theme song from Darkwing Duck. It had it from Tailspin. It had it from DuckTales. And then at the end, they had the Powerline song. They had Eye to Eye. Now that was the coolest part of the fireworks show because in the center of the hub, there were these pillars. These random pillars that me and a couple friends were like, what are those for? I've never seen those before. Those pillars actually turned out to be lights. And when the power line part came out, those lit up yellow. And it actually pulsated to the song itself. So that was so cool. I'm so glad Disney decided to just like, I don't know how much money they invested in this, but they put so much like detail into this autocorrect. They put so much detail into this event, and I'm so happy because they did it right. I don't know if Disneyland's ever gonna watch this video or anybody from Disneyland, but if you do, please share it to people over there. Let them know that they did an incredible job. I had the best time of my life. Ashley had an incredible time. Our group had so much fun just dancing, singing, eating, and just enjoying the 90s and reliving it again. Now I actually know like what people feel like when they go to like 80s events. And they're like, oh, I relive my childhood, like this and that. Now I understand it. Not saying anybody's old or anything, but I now understand it. But it was really cool. And then for these events, we kind of always want to give our information about it and how to expect, or how people should expect to, you know, enjoy their night. This one, I would say, one sec. Too loud. This one I'd say was the better of any other After Dark events we have been to for a couple reasons. As an AP holder, normally the After Dark events I'd say aren't worth it. And the reason for that is because the After Dark events are limited crowds, so there's not a lot of people. So it's great for people who want to jump on the rides and the attractions. There's like always just walk on, so you really don't have to wait. So that's a great plus for people who like, are out of town or people who are not APs and don't get to come as much. But for APs, there wasn't really a plus for us because we can come and get on the rides whenever we want. But for this one, they had so much to do that it made like everybody spread out and enjoy each part of the park separately. So what that means is, like, instead of everybody lining up for one specific photo op, everybody kind of went to different ones, or they were dancing on Main Street, or they were at the Galactic Grill or the Tomorrowland Terrace watching the band and stuff like that. And it was so well planned, and everybody had such a good time from what I saw. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so many happy people at Disneyland. And that's saying a lot, because, I mean, Disneyland's the happiest place on earth. But the only thing is, you have to pack a lot of patience when you go to Disneyland, because there's always going to be crowds. There's always going to be people that are, oblivious to what you're doing or what you're trying to do. So they either bump into you, or they're in your way, or, vice versa. Everybody always has their own agenda. So you have to pack a lot of patience when you come to Disneyland. But this one, everybody came with the mentality of, I'm going to go and I'm going to party and have a good time. And that was, I think, what made the night so much more, so much more fun for everybody who attended. So I 100% want to say thank you to Disneyland for throwing such a great party, such a great event. And for anybody that went last night, I hope you guys had fun. I know we had a blast. I know our group had a blast. And we kind of wish that they would throw like a 90s event like every 3 months, because we'd for sure go to that. The next After Dark event is going to be the Marvel one, which is going to be in DCA. I don't think we're attending that, but I don't know for sure yet until the day comes. But if we are attending it, of course, you guys know, you'll see it on Instagram. Everything for that will be under the Disney Duo, 2 O's. I'm glad that we can share it for all you Walt Disney peeps. Hopefully you guys get something like that too. But I mean, you guys kind of get like cool After Dark events, like when the park stays open super late. That's cool. I know it's not themed, but I mean, you guys have a cool park to begin with. But as far as the 90s night, I think I covered everything. I hope I didn't miss too much. But there was just a lot to do, and it was great. I mean, the fact that they had 90s music blasting throughout the whole park alone, that was perfect. I'm stealing a fanny pack. You're going to have to fight me for that, Eric. But on to more news about Disneyland. There was a lot of rumors saying that this bad boy was going to debut last night at the party. He didn't. I mean, a lot of people thought he was, because Minnie came out on the Sweethearts event. But no Mickey. That one is from Walt Disney World when we went a couple months back. So no Mickey that came out for the debut for the 90s night. Sad. But Disneyland also announced today, actually, that the AP bucket, the Steamboat Willie popcorn bucket, is coming back today. I'm sorry, not coming back today. Coming back on the 12th, so March 12th. And the AP refills are going to be going on until April 5th, I think I saw. Yeah, April 5th. But they're also kind of saying that anybody who buys the AP bucket from the 12th to, the 5th, you can get refills. But anybody who had this one, you can't get a refill. I don't know how they're going to differentiate the two. I don't know if there's going to be like a specific mark on the new one or a specific paint job, but basically you can't get a refill with these ones anymore. I don't know why. I mean, I understand that there was a quality issue and there was a painting issue when it came to the original ones that came out, like this one. This one still has an issue. The strap always falls off, so that's why we actually only took it to Disneyland like once to get the refill, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, there's going to be a new AP bucket apparently, which is going to be very similar to this. It's going to be returning on the 12th, and only that one will allow you to get refillable popcorn until the 5th of April. Like I said, I don't know how they're going to, determine which one is which, but I'm not too sure. Any new deals on the Duo deals page? We don't have anything yet. We probably have to go through our stuff and see what we don't need anymore, but everything will be updated there for you, JC. But that was the update on here. Oops. That was the update on this. That was the update on this. And that was the update on the 90s night. Like I said, there's going to be a vlog coming out this weekend with the 90s event and how we experienced it, just so we can show you guys. As I was walking out of Disneyland, I saw Mondo walking in. Couldn't even say hi because he was walking so fast. Hi, Yadira. But we just want to say this is the second part of, I think I'm going to maybe call it like Let's Talk, or maybe like Let's Talk Disneyland, or Let's Talk Disney or something like that. I'm still trying to figure out the the name for the series. But the first one was yesterday. We talked about the Star Wars Land Galaxy's Edge opening dates announcement. That one did really well as far as like people watching it. I think it's almost 1,000 views in a day, and that's pretty good as far as like our channel because we're not that big. But I mean, I feel like that one had a lot of good positivity and a lot of good feedback. So thank you guys for watching that if you did, and thank you guys for being there if you were there. And then thank you guys for being here now. I know it's early. It's already afternoon. What am I talking about? I know it's afternoon on a Friday, so it's kind of weird to just be watching somebody talk on YouTube. But thank you guys for joining. I'm going to be taking off now. I got to go do a couple errands before Ashley gets home and we just relax for tonight. But if there's any other questions or anything I might have missed as far as 90s night, please put in the comments down below. I'll make sure to get to you guys and I'll reply to each one of you guys. Duoo Talks Disney. I like that. Thank you. That's actually really good. I like that. I'll have to repost a credit if we end up using that. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to give the video itself a thumbs up. If you do have an account and you have an actual like YouTube username and all that, just give it a thumbs up. It means a lot to us if you guys do. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We have a lot of videos coming up, and we have our Walt Disney World videos coming up. That's actually going to be starting this weekend as well. We have, I think, 3 done, so they're going to be coming out for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, if you're not following us on social media, everything's under the Disney Duoo with 2 O's. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is another video that we're just going to be doing with it comes like up-to-date Disney stuff that we're just going to be doing live. Hopefully on the next couple ones, Ashley can join me. But other than that, guys, I'm going to be taking off. I thank you. Love you guys so much for the support. It means a lot. Eugenia, thank you for that super chat earlier today. You're amazing. Always love the support. And we'll catch you guys later. My name is Chris from the Disney Duoo. I'll check you guys. Bye. See ya.